And here we go! Hello there, thanks for joining me. I am AVStoryteller and this is my Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. So thank you very much for joining us. Right, we rejoin Cousland in Ostergar. We are here to join, very much against our will, the Grey Wardens. Duncan invoked the rights of conscription and basically forced Kassie to follow him. So here we are. What we want to do is avenge ourselves against Al How for attacking us, for taking over our castle and forcing us into this desperate situation. But here we are at Ostergard, and we have arrived, spoke briefly with the king, and Duncan has told me to seek out a Grey Warden in Alistair somewhere in the camp. So I've had a bit of a look around, and I found the kennels, had a bit of a search. I haven't been to Logain's tent or the King's or Duncan's tent yet. I sold a few items to this gentleman here, and I just realised just how little gold I really have. I am poor, very poor. Kassie does not like this. I've just noticed there's a chest over here, so let's see if I can find some cool stuff. Not really, but 5 XP, that's more valuable to me than the axe itself. Right, what should we do? I think we should go speak to King Caelan, Logain, Duncan before we seek out Alistair.
Hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed
what's going on over here?
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tern Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Ooh, but maybe you can get word to my brother.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the Tern, I hope.
No, I haven't.
If you're not from the Tern, what do you want? We're busy.
I will leave your business. You don't look you... Right, okay. Can I ask you something?
Make it quick.
What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survive the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The Wardens say the Tainted Blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Sounds like you might have had a couple of cupfuls of the stuff. Let's ask the question, wouldn't it be smart to leave the dogs behind?
They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
Okay. Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies. But the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
That's clever, I like that. What if the enemy is painted with caddis as well?
Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Absolutely not.
Good. I hear death is unpleasant.
I'm gonna go now.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
I was rather hoping we could ask him if he could get word to Fergus, my brother. Hello?
We must see to our hounds. To an Ash warrior, a hound is as much a weapon as a blade.
Yes. I've got a hound too. Roach is about here somewhere. Let's have a word with Duncan.
You found our tent, I see. Is there something you need?
Let's have some questions.
Alistair can help you with those. I had hoped he would be back by now.
I don't want to start the joining just yet. I want to have a quick chat with everyone I can.
You approach the tent of Tern Logain. State your business.
Tell me about this Tern Logain.
How can you not know of Logain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Tairn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Interesting. Is the Tairn inside? What is he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Surely you can tell me a little about him.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tairn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tairn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tairn Loghain tells him. Without the Tairn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
Sounds like trouble in paradise. I would like an audience with the Tairn.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on, then.
I would like to see the man who's given the orders.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
I'm not a Grey Warden yet.
You impressed His Majesty nonetheless. He could not contain his excitement over your meeting. Caelan's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
A fascination you don't share?
The Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Caelan thinks. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Landsmeet?
My father was turned up high ever.
The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
Don't know. I go where I'm ordered, she lied.
If Caelan has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
Let's not insult the king. And let's ask and if he doesn't?
Then simply pray.
Ominous indeed. Okay. So I've just noticed, yes, the names of the people are in different colours depending on, I suppose, how important they are. Ooh, let's see if I can have a word with the king.
Greetings. King Caelan is not in his tent right now?
Tell me about the king. You must see him a lot.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Tairn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
It's a nice thought, but it never seems to ever happen that way. We'll see in the coming battle.
That's how the Tairn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny the Tairn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen? I didn't know Caelan was married. I probably did, should do if I'm of noble birth, but... So let's ask, do they fight often?
More than usual lately. Good thing the Tairn's the only one who can speak to the king like that. As you wish.
Time to head on out. Oh. Okay, so done that. Spoke to Wynne. Can't do anything with the Kennel Master, unfortunately. I was hoping to get another Minbari.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle.
Minbari.
Half the dogs are sick from Darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
It's probably because I've already got a hound. It won't let me have two. Quartermaster Tranquil. Let's see what's in the chest.
That course of action is inadvisable.
Do tell.
Welcome, young woman.
Who are you?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
What is enchantment exactly?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes,
that's
and
interesting.
we
The
use
dwarves
them
aren't
to
magical.
apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
What sort of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power
Sometimes
comes
you don't
with a
want an
price,
enchantment to be
as we
permanent.
know only too well.
I should go.
Goodbye.
Is that still inadvisable?
That course of action is inadvisable.
Can't blame a girl for trying. There's a chest over here. Hello? What's going on?
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I apologize. I hope I wasn't disturbing you.
It is begun.
Just looking at a chest of boots, okay? Something about a scroll over there. Ah, that's probably in the mage area which I can't get access to. War Council. And I think that just leaves Alistair. I'm gonna make a quick save here.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
I was rather hoping the mage was going to be Alistair. Never mind. Sorry, what? You're a very strange man. I know exactly what you mean. Let's get on his good side. I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm no mage.
Less being yelled at for me, then. Though the day is still young. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. From High Ever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
And you must be Alistair.
Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Yeah, about that. Pleased to meet you. Formal introductions, my name is Kassie.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
Why don't you tell me? You want more women in the Wardens, do you?
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Have you?
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The circle is here at the king's request, and the chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
You were a mage hunter? No, what's a Templar?
You don't know? Quick version then. The chantry tries to control mages because they're dangerous, so they keep Templars that train to hunt down and kill apostates. That's what I was being trained as when Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
I've met Davith.
Right, that cutpurse Duncan conscripted. Not sure what Duncan sees in him, to be honest. Keep an eye out, maybe we'll see the other one, or I can track him down later.
You don't have to accompany me, do you? I look forward to travelling with you.
You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Tutorial, party members and tactics. When you're not controlling them, party members act according to tactics you set. Set Alistair by left-clicking on him or his portrait. Selected. Now open the tactic screen by clicking on the highlighted icon or by pressing F6. Oh, highlighted icon. You can use a conditional tactic slot to design custom behavior for each character, or simply select preset tactics. Change Alistair's preset to Defender. Which, when being attacked by someone rage, activate shield cover, whatever that is. Enemy's health is greater than 75%, shield bash. Enemy nearest visible, shield pummel. Not sure I like that. That might make him disengage with the person he's currently attacking to attack someone whose health is greater than 75%, instead of finishing off the one in front of him. What other ones do we have? This? I'm not seeing any changes. Okay, what does this do? This party member will not attack when enemies are visible and will engage enemies only on the player's command. However, if attacked in melee combat, the character will fight back and then will try to chase enemies as they move away. This party member will flee the location of a harmful area of effect attack. I hope everyone would. Okay. Okay. So what's defensive? Move away, try to close to the player. This player member will flee location of harmful area of effect attack. Okay. I must admit I have very little memory of this, and I certainly cannot remember what is a good tactic preset. I probably ended up just controlling everyone all the time. Pass. It would help if I knew what those actually did. Shield cover. What? While in this mode, the warrior's shield provides a greater chance of deflecting missile attacks. Okay, so that's a personal upkeep. Sustained. Is it? Okay. And this is an activated ability. Shield Bash. Dealing normal damage as well as knocking the target off its feet. Okay. Cooldown of 20. Another activated shield. Pummel. Follows up an attack with 2 hits from the shield, dealing normal damage with each attack. If the target fails a physical resistance check, it is stunned. Okay, so what's the difference between being knocked off your feet and being stunned? I thought both would take them out of combat for a while. So enemy, I suppose if I'm not controlling him, attacking party member. Yeah, this might be a bit more useful. I don't know. I'll not get bogged down in that. Let's just put them on nothing for the time being. Try and figure out some tactics. So that's 1, that's 2, that's all. So let's check the map and the mission. You have found Alistair and should return with him to Duncan. And that is there. How do I scroll down the map? Is it just zoom out and zoom in? Like I said, it's been a long time since I played this. Okay. Can I put a map marker? No. Okay. Toggle legend. Let's lead on. Oh, and follow. You're going to be no good at stealth. Clatter, 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 clatter.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How do you do?
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
Cassie, pleased to meet you.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You 4 will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Okay. Right, okay. Okay, into the wilds, isn't that dangerous?
You weren't recruited out of charity. All 3 of you are skilled and resourceful. Alistair is the most junior member of our order and will accompany you as is tradition. Do not worry. I doubt you will need to go far into the wilds to find what you seek.
Good, okay, Casey, what should we say? And the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood, understood. What kind of scrolls are these? What if they're no longer there? Yeah. Is this part of our joining too?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
What kind of scrolls are they?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Excellent. And if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
And how will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Okay. Let's do this.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
The thought has crossed Cassie's mind of maybe ditching Alistair and the other two once they get into the wilds. However, considering the presence of Darkspawn out there, it's probably not the most sensible of ideas. Yes, she could lose them, but there's a greater risk of her coming across a group of 3-4 Darkspawn, and she'd be vastly outnumbered and in a whole lot of trouble. So it might be best just to wait for a better time to get out of here. Right, so let's check that. Tainted Blood. Find 3 vials of Darkspawn blood. Okay. And find the Grey Warden's cache. So, map. Where do I head to? There. Ooh, let's have a quick look at what we've got here. So, not the one I was looking for. So, greatsword, definitely warrior's armor, more of a rogue look. Where's the skills actually? So, poison making, improved combat training, all about the combat training. Alistair, also all about the combat training. How do I click on that? I'm just curious if I could see the rest of their stats. How do I tell what their strength, willpower, magic is? Is a character record? Here we go. God, so I'm really am relearning everything. Okay, Alistair, level 4. Human, Warrior, Templar. Rogue. Now here's the thing, I don't believe Backstab works with ranged weapons. Unfortunately. So you can't just shoot someone in the back with your bow. Which means, when I was looking at this, it's like coup de grace. If I were going to go along that route, I would have to get some kind of skill in melee weapons as well. But then I noticed this lethality one, which substitutes your cunning modifier, substitutes the strength modifier for your cunning, and as I'm going to max out cunning, I'm thinking this is probably a good idea to get. Now unfortunately, below the belt will get that, but I get the impression that is going to be from melee rather than range. So if I select that, it's probably going to make Cassie run, you know, to them. What can you do, eh? Okay, so we'll do that. Right, Cassie. So activation. kick to the target, dealing normal damage and imposing penalty to defense and movement speed. And that stuns them. Where's my dog? I want my dog.
Hail! I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Oh, we're going at night as well. Rapture. Joy. Right, try positioning each of your characters tactically. Move rogues into backside position or move archers to a hill. Oh, I've got roach back. Awesome. No kind of map, which is, you know, as you would expect anyway. Stop, stop. So what we got? Wolves.
Very well.
What?
If I can get a shield bash going there. Where is my other ranged character? I thought you had a bow. Wrong one. Oh, is it because of your tactic that you've got? Right. Stop that. Fury, enemy's health is greater than 25. Do a mighty blow. Target using melee attacks. Thunderarms. So, what's this? Mighty blow. Character puts extra weight and effort behind a single strike, gaining a bonus to attack. If it hits, the ball deals critical damage and imposing a penalty to movement. So that's an activated personal skill. Indomitable. Through sheer force of will, the character remains in control of the battlefield, gaining a slight increase to attack damage while being immune to stun or block. Okay, so that's going to be a sustained one, isn't it? What's Pommel Strike? Player strikes out with a weapon blunt end, knocking the opponent to the ground. Okay, I want the sustained one in slot 1. And if I do that for all characters, have their sustained in first slot. Now I can maybe just activate that at the start of each fight. Let's put you on Archer. Dirty Fighting, yes. Pinning Shot, sounds good. And Kassie Health, yeah, use that. Dirty Fancy, okay. Do you have a Sustain? That's not a bad one actually. So if being attacked by ranged is what I'm after. It's impossible to find anything. What was self? Being attacked by range attack. Attack by type of range attack. Then do your usability. No, activate shield cover. There you go. See, I'm double pressing on Kassie's shortcut key, and I would have expected the camera to jump back to her, and it doesn't for the shortcut key. It's like I've just activated Alistair there, but to zoom in on him, you actually. It's a shame you can't just double press the key. And the last one, please. Maybe I should put the healing stuff in there for you. And you. There you go. Right, let's pick up the stuff. Excellent.
I shall do it.
It's quite a lot of information to take in actually, which is good. Gives you lots of choices. So once you actually start getting used to the game and the tactics, you can really take advantage of that. I imagine it's very important for succeeding in the game. Oh dear. A letter. Letter to Jogby. Where would that be? Quest? Okay, my dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen the less dangerous path to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wilds, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. To Chesson, respect one with survival skills in the wilds, so I hope to get a grip on that before you arrive, and maybe establish an agreement with the local tribe so that we have friends when you came. When you reach the wild, you'll find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to a location I've scouted out where I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot and I'll find you. The landmarks are as follows. Begin at the entrance to the wild from Ostagar. Look for a tree leaning on a ruined building. Pass under a falling tree bridge. Pass a submerged tower on the right. Look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Wow. Walk along a path of roots and stones. Look for two large statues with a chest between them. There you will find our meeting point. Okay, I love you, Jugby, my son. I hope to see you soon. Your father, Rigby. Jugby and Rigby. Okay, hopefully we can just come across these two large statues with a chest in between. Oh, was that a quest? You found a corpse near the entrance to the Kakari Wild. The letter on the corpse details a path through the wild that should lead you to a place where the deceased is meant to meet his father. Consult the note of a letter to Jugby for more info. Okay. I saw a note for a dead soldier somewhere. Where was it? There it is. Dying soldier.
Over here. Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as
I like how I'm completely clear of blood and everyone's covered
by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Yeah, time is not an issue as far as I'm concerned. We can take him back. Brownie points?
If you just bandage me up, I can get back myself.
I have bandages in my pack.
That better not be my bandages.
I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Can we use this to our advantage, Casey? Overcoming these dangers is part of our test. We're far from helpless here. We'll be fine. You sound like a coward. If I choose that, Alistair's just gonna like say no, we have to continue anyway. He has command here. I'm not just gonna walk away and leave because of the said army in the forest. But if I can get the other guy to, I would need both of them to agree to leave. Let's go for the top one first. Overcome these dangers as part of our test.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Okay. Is that another path? What? Ah, yeah. Oh, those are the dogs. That's the way we came. I just want to make sure I'm not missing out anything. I can't remember. Poison making, trap making, worthwhile? And if so, which one is more worthwhile? Because at the moment I'm thinking about just getting herbalism just to be able to create healing potions. I do remember the healing potions being quite expensive, and you go through a lot of them. So if you can make your own, hello. Can I just draw my bow now and just take a pot shot? That would be great. Wildflower.
That flower, white with a red centre. The kennel master at Ostergar was asking about those.
Why did he want them? Do you know?
The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
Yeah, I'll be taking that, or at least trying to get a potion for Roach. Quest update. Okay, bring the strange flower to the kennel master. According to Davis, the kennel master at the king's camp has been asking for flower from the wild, the very same flower you have just acquired. Apparently, the kennel master is offering a reward for this flower, as it is useful in treating darkspawn poison. Okay, so we'll do that when we get back. Darkspawn, yay. Okay, so let's put a shield bash on. Come on. Don't I have to pick a target? Activate range personnel. Or is it just the first one you come across? Pinning shot. Herlock. You do that one. You can stick with after. See what he does with this attack. Shield bash. Okay, that's good. Knock him on the ground. In fact, everyone just back up so we're out of range of their archers. Let them come to us. Oh, see the camera!
I shall.
Okay, so what we've got here, fire that on. You dirty fight him. Excellent.
You are no match for me.
Nice.
And stay there.
That's one ball. Get everyone into formation, please. Right. See if you can get him on his arse. Nicely done, that man. Oh, watch. Go for the same one. Glad they're still firing, even though I haven't told them to change target. That's good. Excellent. Come on, Darkspawn. They've got blood. We should have everything by now. Death root. What is death root? Harmless enough. Plant on its own. Death root's 6 leaves contain an extract that the Cassandra have used to induce hallucination for centuries. Sufficiently concentrated, it can be made into a deadly poison. Okay. Let's check the map. So, I'm going to check the water edge first, and then we can check over there. Oh, we've missed something. Ah, okay, well that's underneath the bridge there. Oh, bad guys. Back up to the other side. Are they coming? It would appear not. In fact, Davis, I think you should do this. Wait, everyone. Wait.
They can't see you, they can't kill you.
We've got, can't make up the names now. Does look to be just the 4 of them, but can you get a shot off? Excellent. No, Casey. Stand where he's standing. He obviously can shoot. No. Okay. Trying to be clever about it. Game's not having it. Pick this up on the way past.
It shall be done.
Oh, we've got a straggler. Excellent. Stuff? Nope. I thought I could get across here. Well, that's annoying.
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
Well, if they know what fear is, then they obviously we can cause fear in them.
What a surprise.
Right, Alistair, get that one. What have you got here? Put that on you. Mighty blow that way. Oh, look like dogs are attacking the darkspawn over there. That's phenomenal. You having a laugh? Get over there, get in the fight.
As you say.
On it.
I'm going to say I'm going to have to do some kind of if target is visible, hit it.
Off I go.
Are you healing up naturally? I must admit, this camera is annoying. Alright, let's get some blood. Oh, that's probably because I had them whole, so maybe I don't have to do that if target invisible, attack them command. Forgot about that.
Very well.
You've got insufficient skill, Alistair. I'll have to remember that.
It is begun.
So, what are they trapping here? Wolves? Using them as their own kind of attack dogs? I'm going to put a save in.
As you say.
Ah, Rigby. Rigby's Last Will and Testament. Wildflower, Violet, Darkspawn. Blood. Let's just
shall do it.
What's in the chest first. Okay. Where's the Last Will and Testament? You found the Last Will and Testament of someone named Rigby on the body in the Karakari Wild. Found the cache mentioned in the will and take it to the Jetta in Redcliffe. Okay. To whoever found this note, this is the Last Will and Testament of Rigby the missionary, proud speaker of the Maker's words. I have come to the world to speak the chant, but I fear I will die here at the hand of the Darkspawn. I'll leave all I came with to my wife Jetta. Should the reader of this note feel charitable, I have buried a sealed lockbox in our camp, nested in the Tevinter rune in the western reaches of the wild. It is my will that this lockbox finds my wife in Redcliffe, and that it is still sealed shut when it reaches her. To my wife and son, I apologize that my work has taken me from you, but I know I will die in service to the Maker. Ah! It's closed. Right. I know that trick. Okay, where is it? Whoa, it came from behind. Where's your tactics again? Dirty fighting. But you don't see. I really want him to switch back to ranged and get out of there. So is there some way I can do that? Self. Attack by melee. Then back up, go away, run away. Get some distance. Doesn't appear to be any movement kind of option. Cease and desist. That's really what I want. If you're being attacked by melee, pin them, and then run back and get some distance. Just gonna have to keep an eye on him. I should check. So we're just about to check Jugby's note. Jugby's note. Okay, so tree went underneath it. Yeah, past the submerged town. Okay, that's probably that. Look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Walk along a path of roots and stones. Oh.
Let's dispatch them, and quickly!
You hang on.
Poor fools they!
Let's just pin them full of arrows for as long as we can.
Now we do back!
Come on, Roach. Okay. Now we sort them out.
On it. We fight!
Nicely done.
It is begun.
More them. Get the weak link first. Wait.
If we must fight, let us do it! Quickly!
Now get them.
It shall be done.
Done.
Don't give them the advantage!
Nicely done. Something on you.
It is begun.
Here.
Get it with a mighty blow.
Hey, watch it!
Whatever that is. It's just really just like clicking through every special ability. One of these things must work. Battle Chesin Flat Blade. Okay, and a letter. So, sort by newest. Oh, and that box that was for his wife, we don't even get the option of opening it up because it's not even in our inventory. Oh, we haven't found it yet. Cassie, focus, concentrate. Let me reread that. Should be redefined and we bury the seal box in our camp nestled in the Tevinter Ruin in the western reaches of the wild. Okay. I'm getting my boxes mixed up. This was just a safety cache. Right, onwards. Let me just find out what the key is for quick save so I don't have to keep coming in here all the time. Quick save? Plus. That should help keep the action going a little bit longer. More swinging bodies. Oh, save game. Interesting. For what? Okay. Some magi going on here. Everyone kill him a lot. Ouch. Oh, can I attack, please? Thank you. Don't want.
Right to the face.
Look there. Cunning trap.
No, this is getting crazy. Back up, people.
Look there. Cunning trap.
Oh, Alistair's already down. Wow. You need something a bit more powerful. I think it looks like we're scared away the mage anyway. Let's get a bit more distance, people. You're running the wrong way, genius. You're gonna get yourself killed. Oh well, looks like we're committed now. Right, I'm gonna back off.
Right away.
Get a bit of a breathing space. Heal up. Okay, you.
I shall.
Not you. Not you.
Right away.
Oh, Fedley.
Here. It's time for some fun.
Careful.
They can't see you, they can't kill you.
Best be wary.
How long do I have to wait for that to heal up? That's the question.
As you say.
As you wish.
Do I have any Minbari crunch for you? Oh, that's a gift. I'll give that to you later. Crafting, plot. I thought I had some Minbari crunch. Have you auto-eaten it? You must have already eaten it. Okay.
I shall.
Who we got here?
Here. It shall be done.
Dead yet?
That's the warlock. I want people spaced out. It is.
As you say.
So a single fireball doesn't take out my entire crew.
Dead yet?
If we must fight, let us do it quickly.
On it.
Oh, I'm glad he's down. That fireball was nasty. Yeah, I think I deserve one of them. Whee! And we get Alistair back.
Or did I do really badly back there?
Now that we're out of combat, do we heal up quicker? Chucking a cheeky save game there.
Great.
It's begun.
Oh, I can't target them.
As you wish.
Try and watch the traps, people.
On it.
Oh, where are you going?
Do not falter! Right away. Take that!
Let's grab some glory.
Awesome. Careful of the trap. Can I deactivate?
As you say.
Excellent. Oh, and 20 XP for each one. Nice. Right, I'm going to stop this episode here. In a heroic pose down there. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Any helpful hints and tips I would be very grateful for. So, until then, take care of yourself, and goodbye for now. Bye bye.